we can always create more space, which we do, but we cannot create the people to care for our patients.
So a new warning from state health officials as the Omicron variant continues to spread. Hospitals say they might not have enough resources to care for those infected with the new strain. And we'll have more on that story in a moment. But first, some breaking news. The state Supreme Court will decide if Dane County's ongoing mask mandates are in fact legal. The conservative Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty filed a suit early this year challenging the countywide order. County Executive Joe Parisi replied in a statement today that challenging the mask order only puts the public at greater risk for disease and death. Now, that news came just after Dane County extended its countywide mask order again. This time, the order runs through all of next month. The move comes after the Omicron variant was detected in Dane County. Under the order, people 2 years old and older are required to wear face coverings indoors when other people are present. The order includes an exception if every person in that space is vaccinated. The new order not to expire until February 1st. And just this afternoon, the state Supreme Court has agreed to take up a case challenging that county mandate. According to a court order, the state's highest court will hear the case brought against Dane County, Public Health, Madison, and Dane County, and Public Health Director Janelle Heinrich by 2 county residents as well as a business. The order does not list a date or time for arguments. In a public health message from Wisconsin's top state health officials today, the next few weeks are crucial. Our hospitals already overwhelmed with COVID patients and staffing shortages. Today, only 4% of ICU beds are open, but Omicron could well be the last straw, as Naomi Coles explains.
There's a lot we still don't know about Omicron, but what we do know is it's much more contagious than Delta or any of the past variants. We only know of 19 cases a state lab has sequenced, but that number is certainly higher and rapidly spreading. But the hospitals are already strained to a breaking point. Today, Marshfield Clinic's chief medical officer said their main hospital in north central Wisconsin has had to turn away more than 100 patients from other hospitals over the past week.
The course and nature of this pandemic has been driven by the unvaccinated. And while I respect that vaccination is a personal choice, it is important that everyone understands that our healthcare organizations have been pushed to the breaking point. And it is
I just finished showing you how one rural hospital in our own area is experiencing this as we visited the ICU and ER of SSM Health's hospital in Monroe. Find that in-depth coverage online right now at channel3000.com, as well as more of what state officials are warning Wisconsin today.
New at 5, UW Health offering some insight after the CDC recommended the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines over the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Dr. Dan Shirley says it's normal for health officials to change their minds on recommendations as more data becomes available. So if you got the J&J vaccine, he says you will be likely protected through most of the pandemic, but he says getting a Pfizer or Moderna booster shot will act as an extra defense. Dr. Shirley also shared some thoughts for people concerned about visiting with family over the holidays.
If you can avoid travel or large get-togethers, then great. But if you are going to have a gathering and you're going to a gathering, what I would personally think about is, how much do I know about this situation? How many things can I control for?
Dr. Shirley also recommends testing yourself and your families with a rapid test before gatherings to ensure you're not contributing to the spread of the virus. A negative COVID test is a key tool in keeping your loved ones safe this holiday season, but it may be more difficult to access those tests as the holiday hustle grows throughout the week. And that's why local health officials are recommending you be prepared beforehand by getting your vaccines and your boosters. While that negative test can offer some assurance, it's important to be extra protected.
The number one thing you do is get vaccinated and get boosted. That's probably more important than getting a test.
Now, if you're struggling to find a COVID test this week, head to our website, channel3000.com. We are also following some breaking news out of Beloit at this hour, where we are learning new details about an officer-involved shooting happened last Wednesday. In just the last few minutes, the Department of Justice has named the officer involved in that shooting as Sergeant Shannon Dykstra. She is a 13-year veteran of the department. The DOJ says Dykstra was at a traffic crash in the city of Beloit when a person tried to take her firearm. The DOJ says Dykstra fired her gun, hitting that person. They say the person was then taken to a local hospital and is expected to survive. No law enforcement officials were injured. Dykstra is on administrative leave while the Department of Criminal Investigation now looks into the shooting. That is common standard protocol. When they wrap up their investigation, they'll turn it over to the Rock County District Attorney's Office, which will then decide if charges should be filed. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton on the weather patio right now. Dana, everybody's wondering about a white Christmas.
I have good news for those who are not a fan of the snow and some bad news for those of us who were maybe hoping for a little bit of something on the ground before we got to Christmas Day. Here's a live look downtown right now with our WIC TV Skycam. We had some really gorgeous color with the sunset. Now, of course, things getting a little darker outside. Temperature-wise at 32, which is really where we should be for this time of year. Looking at Christmas week with afternoon high temperatures in the low 30s. 34 currently in Janesville, 33 in Monroe right now, 35 in Lone Rock. So a very seasonable day for us. Our Doppler track has some light snowfall to the north, and that may start to drift a little further south as we look ahead to our Tuesday. Now, as I mentioned, I don't think we should get too excited about much of that sticking on the ground. In fact, it's really just going to be some light flurry chances, and anything that does stick mainly north of Dane County will be melting away as we look ahead to Christmas. We're in for a mild stretch for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. A mainly dry forecast over the next few days until we get to Christmas Eve. Later on Friday, some showers starting to build in for the holidays. We'll take a closer look at that rain chance and really what's ahead as we look ahead to Christmas Day in just a few minutes.
Thank you. Dual COVID variants are setting up the potential for a hard holiday season and a rough start to 2022. Stacey Cohen has the details.
This year's holiday Grinch goes by two names, Omicron and Delta. The highly contagious COVID variants are storming through the nation. Delta currently accounts for 97% of cases, but Omicron numbers are quickly rising.
It's doubling every 2 days. If you're at 100,000 cases by Christmas, a week later, by New Year's Eve, we could be over 400,000 daily cases of just Omicron.
Major league sports teams are canceling or postponing games. Some schools are moving online, and ICU beds are at nearly 80% capacity, with 1 in 5 beds used for COVID patients, according to HHS data. Experts say boosters are the best weapon against serious illness, but many Americans have not gotten the extra shot.
Right now, I think we're at about a little bit under 20% of Americans have been boosted.
Moderna says preliminary data suggests their booster increases protection against Omicron, saying that a larger booster dosage would be even better. Meanwhile, Moderna hopes to have an Omicron-fighting shot available early next year.
We're going to continue to advance an Omicron-specific booster into clinical trials in early 2022.
On Capitol Hill, Senator Elizabeth Warren is one of 3 lawmakers who recently tested positive. She credits her vaccinations and booster with keeping symptoms mild and urges Americans to find time this busy holiday season to get their shots, too. In Washington, I'm Stacey Cohen reporting.
President Biden is expected to address the nation about COVID tomorrow. The nationwide vaccine and testing mandate for large companies is getting some pushback. The Supreme Court has received requests to consider blocking the mandate. Another Biden mandate requiring vaccines for certain healthcare workers is already being reviewed by the Supreme Court. OSHA implements the administration's rules for large companies with 100 or more employees. French officials say 182,000 fake health passes have been circulating in France. The French Interior Ministry said in a tweet it found the passes within 400 ongoing investigations. French law enforcement is not taking it lightly either. If someone's caught providing, using, or selling one of these fake passports, they could face up to 5 years behind bars and a fine of up to $84,000. Residents get health passes to give them access to public places like restaurants, concerts, and cafes. They can only get one with proof of full vaccination, proof of a negative test within 24 hours of proof of COVID-19 recovery. French Prime Minister now calling on municipalities to cancel large public events on New Year's Eve. Right now, police are investigating an officer-involved shooting in Stoughton. Officers located a stolen vehicle just before 5 last night. This was in the Walmart parking lot. When police tried to stop the vehicle, the 2 people inside, they say, started speeding off. An officer who was almost struck by the vehicle fired his weapon at the vehicle. No one was injured in this incident. Police eventually arrested those 2 people. The officer who fired their gun is on administrative leave. Madison police have arrested a teen and issued a warrant for a second teen in connection to a string of armed carjackings. Those incidents happened back between August and October on Madison's west side. Officers say over 40 vehicles were broken into on one night alone. They also say more people have been suspected in the attacks, but the investigation is ongoing. A Milwaukee County judge cash bail for Darrell Brooks. Brooks appeared in court twice on today via speakerphone. The court hearings were about incidents that happened before the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy. Prosecutors say last year the Milwaukee man fired a gun at his nephew and another person after a fight. And this past November, he tried to run over the mother of his child. The state made the bail request today because they allege Brooks made 49 phone calls to the victim, leading to separate charges of witness intimidation. And because of 6 felony charges he faces in Waukesha, the defense asked the judge to deny the request. Trial of Kim Potter. She is the former Minneapolis officer who shot Dante Wright during a traffic stop back in April. Officer Potter took the stand last week saying the shooting was an accident. She thought she was holding her taser at the time. Wright later died from his injuries.
Carrying a badge and a gun is not a license to kill. The defendant alone is responsible for her choices and her actions. Dante Wright did not cause his own death. We're here because this was entirely preventable. It didn't have to happen.
Dante Wright realizes there's a warrant for his arrest, and he knows what it is. He all of a sudden breaks away. That's the cause, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. That's what caused this whole incident.
Potter is facing manslaughter charges and will serve jail time if convicted. Learning more information about the Jussie Smollett case, a Cook County judge deciding in favor of allowing the release of a 60-page report from the special prosecutor's probe into the matter. A summary of the conclusions came out in August of 2020, but this report will provide more details and evidence. The Empire actor was found guilty of 5 counts of felony disorderly conduct this month. Smollett has been convicted of falsely reporting to police that he was the victim of a hate crime attack. Coming up next at 5, holiday travel in full swing, and officials are seeing record numbers of travelers. We'll have those latest numbers. And later, Governor Tony Evers announcing more aid for Wisconsin farmers. We'll have those details coming up next hour on News 3 Now at 6. And the market seeing red to start the holiday week. The Dow off more than 433 points. The Nasdaq tumbles almost 189. The S&P down more than 52. We'll be right back.
If your bathroom is dull and outdated, then it's time for a change. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for high-quality baths, showers, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Infused with Microban to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew. Call Mad City Baths now for our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. Look at the bonus. 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, we have a nice gift for you. A $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out at madcitybaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I was thinking maybe
Your mom's car.
Christmas, Dad.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, U.S. Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
So, change of plans. We'll be spending the holidays at your place.
Oh, yay. Everyone remember what you're supposed to grab?
We're Santa's little helpers. Some might call us elves, but Santa's little helpers is what we call ourselves. We're Santa's little helpers, and if you won't know, there's nowhere else on earth that we will ever go.
Need last-minute gifts? We've got you covered. Save big money at Menards.
Tonight at 6, what you need to know about gathering for the holiday. Need a COVID test? We have a list of locations and suggestions.
And Wisconsin loses a legend. The legacy this Olympian and national champion left behind, coming up at 6.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team advocates for you, asking the right questions.
Yeah. You hope to make that right.
And getting results.
They sent a water heater the next day after you made the call.
Call for Action, only on News 3 Now.
Former President Donald Trump suing New York's Attorney General for harassment. And Trump filed a lawsuit today asking a federal court to stop or limit Letitia James' ongoing civil investigation into his businesses. He accuses James of violating his constitutional rights, claiming her investigation is politically motivated and designed to, quote, harass, intimidate, and retaliate against him. James' office responded to the lawsuit accusing the Trump organization of repeatedly trying to delay the investigation. President Biden's social spending and climate bill in jeopardy today after West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin announced he will not support it. Natalie Brand with the latest.
One day after West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin told Fox News he would not support the president's nearly $2 trillion social spending and climate bill, the Build Back Better Act.
I've tried everything humanly possible. I can't get there.
He sat down with a local podcast and doubled down.
There's nothing in there about accountability, holding people accountable. There's no work requirement. There's no means testing to where you're targeting the people really need it.
The backlash from party progressives has been swift. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called it a breach of trust in an interview on MSNBC.
The idea that Joe Manchin says he can't explain this back home to his people is a farce.
The White House, in a statement, called Manchin's announcement at odds with what he told the president in conversations last week, but promised to continue to press him to see if he will reverse his position again.
He considers Senator Manchin a longtime friend, and our focus is on moving forward and getting this done.
The bill needs the support of all 50 Senate Democrats to move forward since it has no GOP support. Nebraska Republican Senator Ben Sasse declared the bill, quote, dead. But Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is still promising a vote in the new year, indirectly referencing Manchin in a letter to colleagues, saying members will have the opportunity to make their position known on the Senate floor, not just on television. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And Majority Leader Chuck Schumer also vows to bring up voting rights legislation next year. To pass it, Democrats may have to agree to change Senate rules to allow a simple majority vote, something moderate Democrats have signaled opposition to. Well, people seem to be making up for lost time as the holiday travel rush begins. The Transportation Security Administration says it screened more than 2 million people at airports nationwide for the 4th day in a row today. Friday saw the most screenings since the Monday after Thanksgiving. Between December 23rd and January 2nd, AAA expects more than 109 million people to travel 50 miles or more, as a 30% increase from 2020. And airlines will see a 184% increase from last year. So many are wondering, of course, if we'll have a white Christmas and how will travel be in the days ahead. Meteorologist Dana Fulton, your full forecast. Dana?
Well, let's take a look at Christmas in just a little bit. Right now, I do want to bounce back to last Wednesday. We have new information now from the La Crosse National Weather Service office. 5 tornadoes officially in the state of Wisconsin on December 15th. That brings our full total for the year up to 36 tornadoes, the most since 2011 when we saw 38 tornadoes come through during that year. The most, of course, the really highlight here from that 36 number, 15 tornadoes from that overnight outbreak from July 28th through the 29th. That's where we really added up a lot to that number. But the strongest we had coming through, an EF3 in Boscobel, that was on August 7th. In total, 3 EF2s, 15 EF1s, and 17 EF0s coming through for us in Wisconsin. So certainly an above average number. A lot of those, again, coming through in the middle of July, that large one in the middle of August, and then several for us, 5 in December. Usually in Wisconsin, we see our peak in June, and then things start to de-escalate through the summer. But for us this year, we had that peak in July and August, and then again seeing an above average number for us in December. So quite a stretch, or quite a stray from where we usually see our tornado count at by the end of of the year. Switching gears back to our current situation. Of course, everyone wondering about our white Christmas chances. And right now we're really trending on the side where we won't have a white Christmas for most of our area and most of the state, really. Looking at our setup right now, we have this cold front swinging through pretty quickly. A weak cold front for us, so really only changing our wind direction, now coming in from the northwest and not bringing a lot of moisture along with it. Things are pretty dry right now throughout the state. Our breeze coming in from the northwest for us overnight, so temperatures as we look ahead to early Tuesday morning dropping down into the teens. We see a switch in our wind direction for Tuesday, and that's going to come along with possibly some light flurry chances, mainly north of Dane County. You can see that light snow chance creeping through even north of the Dells for early tomorrow afternoon. We could see some flurries creeping in further south for tomorrow, but any measurable snowfall does look like it's going to stay north of the Dells for us on Tuesday. Temperatures early Wednesday morning in the middle teens, so a chilly start to the day. Wednesday a little cool outside, high temperatures only landing in the upper 20s before we really see a warm up heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Variably cloudy skies tomorrow with flurries possible, again, mainly north of Dane County. Temperatures will be in the middle 30s for us for Tuesday. Wednesday is our cool down, and then we warm up quite a bit for Thursday and Friday. So for Christmas Eve on Friday, temperatures in the middle 40s, and on Saturday, temperatures will be in the middle 30s. So we are looking at that warming trend. Unfortunately, this event sliding in on Friday does look like scattered rain showers, possibly to the north early Saturday. Could see something swirling around, but it really doesn't look likely that anything will stick for us, and it will be a little too warm outside to have that staying early Saturday morning. For next week, looking ahead again to the end of the month, the end of the year at that point, we do have a chance for possibly some snow and flurries early in the week. That system's something we're going to keep an eye on as we work through the holiday weekend for the end of this week. Traffic right now a little slow eastbound along the Beltline, westbound. We aren't seeing any major delays for Rock County right now. Downtown Janesville looks pretty smooth, and north and southbound on the interstate. Good for us this evening. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie sitting at 17 minutes for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. Up next at 5, the holidays can be difficult for families who have lost loved ones. We'll share some tips on how to cope after a short break.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The most used room in your home is probably your bathroom. So when it comes to updating that space, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day.
Now the bathroom looks much more kind of bright and clean and updated.
Call now during our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. And a bonus, 75% off select upgrades. And if you call right now, you're going to receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. It's our year-end blowout sale at Mad City Baths. Check us out online, madcitybaths.com. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466, madcitybaths.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And when we first released Plexiderm, our mission was to help people reduce the appearance of their wrinkles and under eye bags in minutes with a simple serum. After 2 years of reading thousands of reviews, I realized Plexiderm changes people on the inside. It improves their lives dramatically.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. That was me a couple of years ago when I first tried Plexiderm. I think it just exuded this confidence. Really, there are no other options. Plexiderm is the only thing that works. It was life-changing. It was the best decision I ever made. Still using it.
The Plexiderm effect is more than shrinking under-eye bags from view. It's more than getting rid of the appearance of crow's feet. It's more than saying goodbye to the look of those 11 lines between your eyes. The real effect of Plexiderm is self-confidence. It's celebrating this holiday season with friends and family, knowing that you look and feel your best. So join us in 2021 and take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and look in the mirror and say, wow, I feel great.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside.
Take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge and see real results, guaranteed. Try it for only $14.95 this holiday season at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
It is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year, but for many who are experiencing grief and loss at this time of the year, it can be difficult. Here's Mandy Gaither with more.
Around the holidays, it's normal to think about those you love, but when you suffered a loss, those thoughts can turn painful.
You can't exactly know what to expect, just know that you might feel differently moment to moment or day to day, and that's completely normal.
Therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Strong for Life says grief is different for everyone, so allow yourself and your family to feel any emotion, whether it's sadness or even happiness.
And allowing yourself to laugh and experience joy is actually going to make you feel more connected and more hopeful.
Baumstein says you have control over your choices, so if you don't want to go to that holiday get-together or keep up with old traditions, don't.
You don't have to do anything that causes you to feel more pain and suffering.
But find a way to honor and remember your loved one. Baumstein says it's an important part of the healing process.
It can be anything from looking at videos and pictures of a loved one to making their favorite meal or listening to songs that remind you of them.
And if the holidays become too hard, get help.
We often think that asking for help is a sign of weakness, but really it takes a ton of courage, strength, and vulnerability to ask for help.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Other ideas to honor a loved one include volunteering at an organization they cared about, planting a tree in their honor, or something as simple as lighting a candle for them. And we'll be right back with a final check, your First Warn forecast.
Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime labor warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, including walk-in and barrier-free showers, even walk-in tubs. Plus, surfaces remain clean and fresh longer with microban protection. Pick up the phone and call now here in Mad City Baths and take advantage of our year-end blowout sale. 75% off installation on a new bath or shower. No interest and no payments for 18 months. The bonus, 75% off select upgrades. Last chance to call in now to get the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Remember, it's our year-end blowout sale. Check us out online. A lot of folks doing that. Don't you miss out. It's madcitybaths.com. Call now for the free gift with your in-home estimate. Throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way. way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swab's 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
On this Friday night, the important news for parents about whether kids 5 and under will need a 3rd dose of the COVID shot. And the big news, the NFL postpones multiple games after more than 100 players test positive. Plus, schools on alert, threats of violence on the social media app TikTok force some schools to cancel classes. And we go on the road after an unthinkable tragedy, how one mom is spreading kindness to others just in time for the holidays. That's coming up on the CBS Evening News.
Well, check this out. After a year of COVID lockdowns, communities in Sydney, Australia are being encouraged to get out and enjoy the holiday season. City leaders set up multiple Christmas displays across the city for shoppers to enjoy. They include that canopy of lights and several Christmas trees. One tree in New South Wales decorated with more than 110,000 LED lights and 330 ornaments. Beautiful. Lots of folks able to enjoy the season. Let's go back to Dana. Final check of the forecast.
Love seeing all those Christmas decorations out there. We're expecting temperatures tomorrow in the mid-30s. A slight chance for some flurries north of Dane County. Tomorrow, sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Warmer temperatures for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in the mid-30s for both Saturday and Sunday.
We'll see you in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.